Let me say one thing before we get started. I wasn't prepared to jump on that mic after. That was off the top of my head, and I really wanted Mr. Rupp and Coach Hall to speak, and I wanted Hazel and Karen to be up there. But I didn't really, without thinking, didn't recognize the former players enough and should have to say this is about, from Kyle Macy, from Dan Issel, all the way through all the players, what they've done here. And what I tried to make a point of is, think about it, out of 2,000 wins, we weren't a part of many. But we had a job, which was carry it across this line before that other blue team gets there. And so hopefully we did our thing, but it was just a small part of what all those former players have meant, not only to the program and the Commonwealth, but these fans. Yes.
Cal, I'm just curious what your emotions were like after the game with the fans going crazy and the place going crazy. What was in your gut?
I kept looking around. I said, no one's left. They're all still here. And probably they've got 3- and 4-hour drives tonight, and they did not leave. It's incredible. It shows the connection to the Commonwealth's team. This is the Commonwealth's team. And you know, people, you know, just take great pride in this university and in this basketball program.
Cal Bruiser said that when Ramon hit the three, he knew, forget about it.
So did I. How about, though, Ramon, how he's defending? I mean, you know, again, he gets in there, he gets an offensive tip, he defends. But here's the other thing. Everybody, I walked off the court, and, you know, John Wall is John Wall. He drives us. He's the main cog in this little machine we got going here. He's the guy that when he plays sloppy, we look sloppy. When he plays and he plays a tighter game, we just look like a juggernaut. Well, but in this game, it was Eric Bledsoe, his intensity and fire and the way he guarded. And then when we put in DeAndre, it was a lift. I mean, DeAndre, I know the guy he guarded was thinking, please take this guy out of the game. You couldn't bounce it. You couldn't move. You couldn't spin. DeAndre Liggins, if he'll do that, easy to play him. I mean, I just thought he was tremendous today.
Coach, Drexel's not a bad team. They played some pretty tough games. Got a history the last few years in their conference. It seemed to me as though this might be a snapshot of a first-round game they see in the tournament. And you sent out a message that you're going to defend the three, and any team that's quite an underdog is not going to play with you.
Well, that's what I hope. I mean, when you defend and rebound, which is what we do, we block shots. When you do that and you play unselfish offensively and play as fast and as aggressive as we do, you know, it makes it hard. I mean, we make it hard on the other team to score, and we're trying to make it easy for us to score, to put it simply. But Bruiser's team, he'll be coach of the year in the league again. He always is. And he'll have his team right there at the end of the year, ready to go. He hit us on a bad night. That's as good as we play together. I left the end of our bench in there for 7 minutes, and I hate to tell you, they played well. They played pretty well. So, you know, he hit us on a bad night, and I think, again, you know, you talk, Drexel walked into 25,000 people. They walk into this arena like, oh, my gosh. You know, and I think that's, you know, that stunned them a little bit. And in the beginning of the game, we got to them and then just kept on them. You know, it's the first game this year that we got an opponent down and just kept going. Really the first time.
How much did this 2,000 wins, you think, factor into all of that, keeping the pedal to the metal? These guys being that prepared, ready to go.
You know what? I think you have to ask them, but because this is the information age, they know way more than I think they know. They'll read what I say, and they read it. I'm like, we just want to know what you say. So they do look at things more than I look at stuff. So, you know, I would tell you that it was probably important to them to get there before that other blue team. But I don't know. You'd have to ask them the importance of it to them.
Gal, you said
We didn't spend much time talking about it. All I told them today was, we only have to get one more before they get 7. So they got to get 7, 8 more. We just got to get one more somewhere along the line. If you want it to be today, let's go get it done. And that's what I said to them.
You said yesterday that the day after you got the job, you thought about this, about getting to 2,000.
Well, I was told about it.
Oh, you said you thought about it.
And I thought about it. After it's like, wow, we better make sure we schedule right.
Why was that so important? Because in the grand scheme of things, it really isn't. You could argue that it isn't.
That's hard to tell those 24,000 fans that stuck around it's not that important. And I think all those things that separate this program from others is important to the Commonwealth. The people in Eastern Kentucky, the people in Western, and it's important. So this was one of those things that separates this program from all others.
John, can you talk about DeMarcus's start? He had some slow starts, but
was
started
good.
really strong.
Well, not only did he start strong, now I want you to understand that he got punched in the head one time. He got ripped. He got arms jerked out. We're up 45, and they don't call a foul, which they should have, but they're not going to call it up 45. And he never responded in a negative way. I told him after the game, I said, you have grown, son. You have grown. For you not to respond, it's amazing. The greatest thing for me is you got a lot of guys in there with smiles on their faces. DeMarcus Cousins, Eric Bledsoe. What I told them today, what we did prior to the shoot-around is I put in the tape of DeMarcus Cousins interviewing people in New York. That was the pregame film, which was hysterical. And after they were done laughing, I said, guys, in this locker room, on the bus, I want you to laugh and have fun in class. Enjoy yourself. Don't overwhelm yourself with all this. Have fun. The minute we step on that basketball court, it's business. We're not there to jerk around and joke and do that. Yesterday at practice, we're stretching out, and I joked with them. And they laughed for like 30 straight minutes. They can't stop. It's supposed to be a 30-second laugh. Okay, let's get the bit. They're not ready for that. And that's what my point was today. Yeah, I want you to have fun, but not when we step on that basketball court.
John, kind of along those lines, was it kind of good to watch the guys after the game out there at midcourt kind of have some fun and enjoy that moment with the fans and everything? Is that good with the stretch of a long season?
Yeah, it is. And again, we haven't had a game like this. Have we had a game like this? This is the first time we've kind of gotten away from somebody. And every other game has been, it's 21, and all of a sudden you're looking, it's 12 and 8. And then all of a sudden you're like, oh my gosh, we're going to lose this thing. And then you get it, so this is the first one. But, what they learned today, I think, if you guard the way we did, if you rebound the way we rebounded, it's hard for people to score on us. And if we're making shots and free throws, now we just got to get our turnovers where we're creating more turnovers. And just so you know, what we'll do when we come back, we start our 2 and 3 a days. One session will be defense, and it'll be geared to us creating more turnovers. And the offense will be back to getting the drills to get us more aggressive offensively, yet playing through post-ups. So we'll get the dribble drive drills through, and we're going to try to get that back and working and get this thing elevated to where we're turning it over less, where we're creating more turnovers, where we're still playing inside out the way this team is playing. We got a lot of work to do. I mean, I'm anxious to get to this Christmas break, but I'll be one day in and saying I can't wait for these guys to come back so we can get started on this climb we're about to take.
You had Jamal Mashburn here, and I think he's talked to the team earlier today. Can you talk about having him here and what he said to the team, et cetera?
It was great. He just said, the biggest thing, guys, is you got to be loyal to each other and you got to stick together. Because when you're winning, everybody's going nuts. Go ahead and lose a few. They're not the same. But if you're there for each other, you'll overcome all that stuff. Just understand that you need to be there for each other. everywhere. Be there for each other. That's what he said, and what a great message. You know, what a great message. And I even told the team, he was the guy that got this program going again. The person who got this program going again was Jamal Mashburn. Now, he didn't win a national title, but he carried that team. Everybody else did their own little, but he was the one that was the separator for them, that could score baskets, could get 30, could go get a big rebound, block a shot. He took the program from boop to where it was, that it would be ready when he left to win a national title. And I told the team that, and I believe that.
Coach, I'm from Huntington. Patrick Patterson in our TV market.
You know, Bob Markham was here today.
I saw KO. Patrick was the one who addressed the rough arena. Tell me the importance of that to your squad as far as Patrick being not only one of the on-court leaders, but also the spiritual leadership.
He is. Here's a kid that's going to graduate in 3 years. Here's a kid that comes every day to practice, doing what he's supposed to do. Also a young man that will defer to freshmen. He'll defer. If they have it going, he's fine. When it's time for him to get it going, he steps up and goes and does it. He's comfortable in his own skin, so he's not worried about anybody else. And he's happy for other people's success. Think about that. The best players I've ever coached have been that way. And I've been blessed to be able to say my best players have been like him. But it's great for our young players to watch and learn from him. Unbelievable in front of the media, in front of fans. Tomorrow we'll take our team to Children's Hospital. We're going to do a little shoot in the morning. We'll go to Children's Hospital. He will show the guys how to be. They'll all be watching. They watch what he does. They listen to what he says. He's meant so much to the program and what we're doing right now.